Of course, they didn't say anything about sugar or refined carbohydrates. Oh no. They demonize fats and cholesterol in the diet. That's not the cause of the problem. If you have high triglycerides and high LDL cholesterol, which this woman has, and accumulated belly fat, this is a blood sugar problem. This is perhaps insulin resistance, syndrome X. It's the sugar that's the problem. But oh no, the established medical profession right away, you have to eat low fat, low cholesterol, which destabilizes your blood sugar and causes you to be hungry on the diet and doesn't attack the real problem, the real cause of the LDL and triglyceride spike, which is sugar.
The type of oil may have mattered. They used extra virgin olive oil.
Hey, what did I say before?
Which is minimally processed and richer than regular or light olive oil in the chemicals and nutrients that earlier studies have suggested are beneficial.
Right.
The study involved ages 55 to 80. Just over half of them were women. All were free of heart disease at the start, but were at high risk for it because of health problems. Half had diabetes. Most were overweight and had high cholesterol and blood pressure. They were assigned to one of three groups. 2 followed a Mediterranean diet, supplemented with either extra virgin olive oil, 4 tablespoons a day.
Gee, as opposed to the doctor I went to for a problem, totally demonize all vegetable oils, even extra virgin olive oil. You know, they don't know anything about nutrition.
Or walnuts, hazelnuts, almonds, a fistful a day.
Sure. You're talking about when you're discussing almond oil, olive oil, possibly macadamia nut oil. You're talking about a good fat, essential fatty acids. You're talking about a healthy array of essential fatty acids.
The third group was urged to eat a low-fat diet heavy on bread, potatoes, pasta, rice, fruits, vegetables, and fish.
Monounsaturated.
And light on baked goods, nuts, oils, and red meat.
Red meat, yeah, monounsaturated. I think that was the word I was looking for. Monounsaturated fats with the olive oil.
Independent monitors stopped the study after nearly 5 years when they saw fewer problems in the 2 groups on the Mediterranean diets. Doctors tracked a composite of heart attacks, strokes, or heart-related deaths. There were 96 of these in the Mediterranean olive oil group, 83 in the Mediterranean nut group, and 109 in the low-fat group.
Yeah.
It's not a big difference.
No. Now with the South Pacific Islander diet, coconut oil, very medicinal, very healthy. Even though it gets solid at room temperature, it's very healthy for you. It prevents Alzheimer's disease. It does a lot for your body. That would be medium chain triglycerides found in coconut oil.
Looked at individually, stroke was the only problem where type of diet made a big difference. Diet had no effect on death rates overall. Mediterranean diet proved better, even though its followers ate about 200 calories more per day than the low-fat group did. The study leaders now are analyzing how each of the diets affected weight gain or loss of body mass index. I want you to look at this picture here.
Okay.
Take a look at the guy. What do you see?
Hold on. Let me get me reading glasses. People, if you go to Facebook, on our group on Facebook called Holistic Health Talk, I have a large list of the companies to boycott that are using Monsanto genetically modified
Oh, God.
foods. It's a whole list of companies to avoid. Now, you want
What do you see?
the man in the picture
Where's his head?
is, I see a bunch of, I don't know if they're onions or oranges.
Oranges.
Oranges and bananas hanging up.
In place of his head.
In place of his head, there's something else. There's a bag of oranges, but there's something else of a greenish color there.
But he has no head, basically.
Well, I can't see. I can only see like the back of his hairline.
It looks like the oranges are growing out of his
Yeah.
collar.
It looks like his head consists of a bag of oranges.
Oh,
Now you would think the idiot that took this photo
Yeah.
for this article, I don't know if it's this woman Marilyn Marchioni and from the Associated Press, but
Yeah.
whoever took the photo is a numbskull and a bird brain, because well, actually many birds are very intelligent. I won't insult birds, but could have told the man to move over so he can get in the picture, but all you see is the man's body. You know, hold on.
It's kind of small. There you go. See it. Come
Yeah.
down a little. Okay, right there, right there.
Too close?
No, too close now. Right there. Okay. So
All right. So you see the oranges where the guy's head is. It's ridiculous.
I just thought it was funny. Right?
Yeah, yeah. Like he has an orange head.
Okay.
If he had a watermelon head, that'll be even funnier
Oh yeah, for certain people.
for certain people. But anyway,
Yeah.
so that's about it. That's enough. That's enough. We've given enough this week.
Oh yeah.
Thank you for joining us for Progressive Discussions. Memorial Day weekend 2013.
Yeah. If you're in Jersey, go down the shore. Make Governor Christie happy.
Yeah, pay
Spend your moolah.
pay over $5 for a hot dog.
Yeah.
With pulverized rodent and roadkill. God knows what's in the hot dog.
3% crap. Rodent shit.
Unbelievable.
Oh God.
Well, anyway, not only happy Memorial Day weekend 2013, but also today is May the 25th, 2013, the beginning of the worldwide march against Monsanto. May it have luck from my blackthorn shillelagh.
Yeah.
All
May
right.
our voices be heard over the dollars.
Well, I want to thank all of the left-wing progressive organizations that have put a sufficient amount every day, a sufficient amount of valuable information concerning Monsanto and the dangers of genetically modified food, and also all the shenanigans
The FDA.
done by Republicans, and how the FDA and the USDA is not for your best interests. They're in bed with the fat cats, you know, the food industry and big pharma, and the education of the American public, which
Remember.
come election time seems to go out the window because of all these morons out there in this country that vote Republican, that continue to vote for corporatists.
But because the, if you want to call them the center, the main, or whatever, voting public or something, they're not interested in politics. They want to party.
Oh
They
yeah,
want to party.
like my friends say, you know, and other people online, you know, yeah, we're not interested in politics. You know that. We just want to party. You know, hey, party while the whole planet goes under, because there is no planet B. There is no plan B for the planet Earth. Remember that.
Remember that. It's zombie time.
It's like if you damage the enamel on one of your teeth, on the tooth, and you lose the tooth, as an adult, the tooth does not regenerate and grow back. Well, it's the same thing with the planet Earth.
The Lord had to recreate it once.
You know?
When the devil destroyed and polluted it, made it tohu and boho, chaotic and waste. Psalm 104:30.
You hear that?
Check it out, folks.
You know, nobody has ever named their twin babies Tohu and Bohu.
Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
Yeah, that's
Dick Cheney and George W. Bush.
Yeah, it sounds
Tweedledee and
like
Tweedledum.
people down in the red states. Tweedledee and Tweedledum, Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah, well, that's a cartoon, ain't it? Dumb and Dumber or something?
A movie.
No, that's it. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah, you're talking about people that don't vote common sense. They don't vote based on facts.
How are they going to vote common sense when they don't have it?
They don't have it. They simply vote based on a cult, a religious cult, an ideology. In America that doesn't exist. Hey, I still know people and have relatives that think that there's plenty of jobs out there in the United States. Get a job. What's wrong with you? Everybody on social services is lazy and they don't want to work.
That's correct.
Get a job. Where'd you get a job? Jobs are not out there, you dumbasses.
We made a big mistake by allowing the private sector to handle jobs. You see, it's coming back to bite us in the ass, isn't it? Because the jobs are being produced elsewhere. Remember one thing, folks. The jobs that are gone ain't coming back.
So what you're saying is manufacturing would most likely never return to the United States.
Not if things keep up the way it is.
Because they're already outsourced. Actually, an old friend of mine, a Lizette from the Philippines, is moving to Dubai to work, and she wants to be a guest on one of our progressive discussions on the road. What did I call it? On location. Progressive discussions on location, to speak about how the office jobs that were outsourced to the Philippines were outsourced by American companies, supervised by American representatives of that company, and how they are exploiting the Philippine workers, paying them shit, paying them cheap, and
having larger profit margins and not paying taxes.
Exactly. So I hope that show becomes a reality, because it will be great hearing it from a Philippine citizen and person who has been for many years, who has worked in the office and inbound or outbound or whatever, call centers, customer service representative, was an office manager for years. From the horse's mouth. I hope that show becomes a reality. Okay, so say hello.
Just another example.
To Lizette. All right, thank you. There's another example of what?
Well, just what we were discussing, all this stuff. It's just another example.
Of greed.
Of this greed that we've allowed to happen. We've allowed it to happen now.
But
whose fault is it?
The voter, the people.
Us. It's our fault.
Because we don't get involved.
That's correct.
We don't
let
care.
it happen.
So now there's proof that the two-party system is corrupt, and the media doesn't give face time to independents.
And what have we allowed with Citizens United? We've allowed them to become even more corrupter. If there's such a word.
More corrupted.
Well, I want to use corrupt.
Corrupt.
More corrupt.
More corrupt. Yeah, I don't think corrupter is a
I
word.
just made it up. Remember, as the Dr. whatchamacallit, what's his name? Not
Dr.
that,
Phil?
the other guy with the show.
Oz?
No, back when?
a doctor way back when? He had a show?
On the radio.
Carlton Fredericks?
Carlton Fredericks. He said he's in charge of the English language. He can change it any way the time he wants to. Instead of calling humans primates, he called them primates.
But he had a PhD in English.
I think it was communication. Anyway, yes, we are in charge of the language.
Well, it makes you sound like one of the Joe Sixpack. It makes you sound like a regular guy when you make up cute little words that don't exist. It makes you sound like a regular guy.
It makes you sound like you have control and are authoritative.
You mean to be inarticulate and sound like a an uneducated?
We're not talking eubonics.
Yeah, or southern
or online talk.
or hillbilly or hillbilly.
How are you?
You know, I'm glad you said that. How are you? Or hey, how you doing? Or hey, how you doing? How you doing? Or hey, what's up? What's up? The stupidest custom in the United States is hi, how are you? How you doing? How are you? People really do not want to know how you are, because if you grabbed them by the arm and you told them how you really are, they would try to pull away from you and walk away from you.
They would be gone.
They're not interested in how you really are. I'm so sick and tired of people saying that to me.
But
hey James, how have you been? How you doing? How are you?
you got an hour? Sit down. No, I'm talking about the net talk.
Oh,
Where I say how, and then instead of A-R-E-E, it's R, and then the letter U. How are you?
I don't pay attention to acronyms in text and shortcuts and everything.
Shortcuts.
Speak the King's English when you email or text to me. I don't know all these abbreviations, and I don't care to learn any of these abbreviations. Just speak.
WTF. What the fuck?
Yeah, what the fuck, right. Oh, I have an itch in the middle of my forehead. Anyway, take care. Thank you for your patronage or whatever. Thank you. And get that subscription to Newsletter Censored. Go to newslettercensored.com. Say so long to these people.
So long, people.